In the first days, kingship in heaven passed like a storm cloud. Allalu ruled 9 cycles, seated upon the distant ancient sky throne. But ambition rose like thunder, and Anu challenged Allalu for sovereignty. Anu hurled Allalu down to the dark earth beneath the mountains. The vault of heaven rang, and the constellations shifted like armor. Anu wore the crown, bright as dawn on a bronze horizon. Yet power never rests. Desire circled like a hawk in winter. Kumarbi, lord of deep earth and cunning mind, coveted the throne. He rose against Anu with words sharp as obsidian and frost. The heavens shook, the rivers paused, the winds turned their faces. Anu tried to flee skyward, seeking heights beyond spear and talon. Kumarbi leapt and seized him with an iron, unyielding grip. In a deed sung carefully by priests, Kumarbi bit the sky. He swallowed Anu's potency, taking into himself seed of sovereignty. Anu cried out, bloodless and blazing, escaping to the far firmament. From above he prophesied, "Within you grow children who will dethrone you." Kumarbi laughed, but a shadow crossed his proud and granite features. For within him stirred bright thunder, forming like lightning behind mountains. The seed became storm, and the storm became a hidden child. Teshub, lord of wind and rain, quickened in Kumarbi's depths. Kumarbi felt labor pangs heavier than anvils on basalt altars. He sought counsel in caverns where fires murmured and mirrors smoked. "How shall I keep kingship?" he asked. "If my heir rises?" The midwives of darkness whispered plans, weaving schemes with coal-black fingers. Kumarbi tried to crush the child's birth with rock and silence. But wind cannot be buried. Rain cannot be chained by gravel. Teshub pierced the caverns with a trumpet of thunder and hail. Lightning split the womb of earth, and fountains burst from stone. The storm god stood newborn, crowned with cloud and armored with wind. His voice was a distant drum. His eyes were storm lanterns. Mountains bowed, cedars bent. The sea shouldered white horses of foam. Teshub strode to heaven's courtyard and demanded the scepter of rule. Kumarbi gathered giants of basalt and serpents from subterranean rivers. Their scales were runes. Their breath was furnace heat and ash. Teshub called to the sky, and eagles traced circles of valor. He summoned his sister Shaushka, goddess of love, song, and stratagem. Her music tuned the winds. Her beauty softened iron-hearted fate. Wise Ea, lord of sweet waters, heard and weighed the times. "Kingship migrates like cranes," Ea said, "but justice must take perch." He armed Teshub with counsel, map of storms, and cutting words. On Mount Hazzi, the clouds gathered like shields in a phalanx. Teshub planted his standard, a spear of lightning, triple-forked fire. Kumarbi answered with an army of shadows, granite and night. The clash rang across valleys. Shepherds counted echoes instead of sheep. Rain hammered drums. Hail stitched white stitches across dark fields. Teshub's chariot rolled, its wheels the seasons, its axles thunderbolts. The horses were gales, their manes were spray from shattered waves. Shaushka's songs turned fear to courage and chaos to choreography. Ea diverted rivers, drowning the forges where Kumarbi tempered monsters. The heavens tilted, then balanced like scales with dew for weights. Kumarbi, cunning, forged another plan in caverns of secrecy. He fathered a son of stone, the giant called Ullikummi. The child clung to the shoulder of Upaluri, world-bearing colossus. There, hidden, he grew like a mountain silently rising at night. When revealed, Ullikummi's head pierced clouds, his feet bruised abyss. No prayer dented him, no sword could taste his stone skin. Teshub charged and struck, but his lightning shattered like glass rain. The storm god reeled, the sky dimmed, drums faltered to whispers. Shaushka tried enchantment, weaving desire like golden ivy and stars. But stone desired nothing. The spell glided off like rain. In defeat's near shadow, Teshub sought Ea's fathom-deep wisdom again. Ea descended to the house of the ancient sea, Abzu. He consulted tablets, older than frost, inked with first mornings. There he found memory of the primordial cutter of heaven-earth. With reverent hands, Ea raised the tool wrapped in twilight cloth. "Sever the stealth," he said, "and unmask the hidden foundation." Together they climbed to Upaluri, whose shoulders bore sky and sea. The world-bearer barely noticed. Mountains weigh less than his thoughts. Ea cut Ullikummi loose from his secret anchoring place. The giant staggered, losing favor of destiny's hidden leverage. Now Teshub thundered anew, wheels blazing like summer constellations. He struck, and lightning tunneled through stone like rivers through snow. Ullikummi cracked. Echoes rolled like herds across hollow hills. The giant fell, shaking vineyards and spilling jars of future wine. The sea sighed, the sky brightened, shepherds counted sheep again. Kumarbi watched his champion crumble and tasted the salt of endings. He fled through tunnels of night, pursued by rumor and rain. Teshub did not gloat. Storms cleanse, but need not boast. He returned to Mount Hazzi, washing his spear in cloudlight. There he swore to rule by season, measure, covenant, and restraint. Craftsmen cast new bells for temples, scribes sharpened reed pens, priests lifted bread and beer, the altars smelled of cedar. Farmers read the sky's grammar and trusted Teshub's punctual rains. Rivers grew boundaries, harvests learned rhythm, calendars learned truth. Sailors praised winds that filled sails without spite or malice. Mothers told children, storms grow gardens when balanced by wisdom. Shaushka taught festivals where love and courage braided like rope. E maintained channels, keeping law between water and wall. The old songs remembered Alalu, Anu, Kumarbi, kingship cycling like cranes. But they placed Teshub's emblem on doorways, a trident of thunder. Messengers carried the tale across Anatolia, to islands and isthmuses. In future ages, other poets reshaped it with new god names. They told of Kronos and Zeus, a mirror of ancient thunder. They told of stone-born foes and secret tools severing destiny. Yet in this first telling, the Hurrian heart still beats strong. It beats in rain's return, in plowed furrows, in grape sweetness. It beats when power yields to justice, not merely to force. For kingship, say the tablets, is loaned by heaven, not owned. And storms, when wise, water the world they could easily shatter. Thus, Teshub reigns, thunder tempered by mercy, keeper of balance forever.